Hello, everybody. It's 2 weeks to go till Goals to Results Conference, 17th of March, University of Warwick, UK. Find out more up there, there it is, or down there. You can see the URL flashing past. So, Suze, quick recap for anyone that's missed the fact that it's Goals to Results on the 17th of March, the University of Warwick. Where have they been? Quick update on what the topic is this year and what they can expect. And then today specifically, we want to talk to you about the structure of the event itself rather than the agenda and the details within that, and tell you about who we've got there and some of the networking opportunities. So quick recap, Suze, before we do that. Goals Results, what's the topic this year?
Performance improvement in an AI-driven world. Now, tell me anybody out there who's not talking about AI in some way, whether it's you're on board with it, you're wondering about what use cases you might think of, do the leadership need to be involved, and where would that get, how do we control this to some extent? Which of the tools should we be using and how might we use them? The conversations are endless. And so for us, the role of the performance improvement practitioner within that is absolutely key to success. And so we're bringing together practitioners to have those conversations and obviously learn from our fabulous keynote speakers, our wonderful case studies, panel discussion, and not to mention the 9 interactive workshops you can attend.
Indeed, and you'll find all the details of those on the links above and below. The full agenda is on that page, and you can also find out how to book. So we're on the day. It's 2 weeks from today. We're at the Slate at the University of Warwick, Suze. Tell us about the facilities we've got, the rooms we've got, starting with Main Hall. What's happening in there?
So Main Hall is where we're all coming together, and that's where our key deliverables are around the keynote speaker, panel discussion. You've got Claire Miles, who you're talking to on a one-to-one basis, and then we've also got a case study. So everybody will be in there. We've organised our consultants to be hosting different tables. So for everybody who will be joining and sitting around the table, they'll have some expert consultants at their disposal immediately to talk to, raise any questions, just further the discussion from what they've just been hearing.
That's for the entire day, isn't it, as well? The host consultants will be there. So that's our expert consultants will be on the tables.
Yes,
and absolutely. I guess, Suze, the thing about the value here is, yes, we've got the content, but so much of the value that we try and express through Goals to Results comes about the networking opportunities. So we've got over 200 people in the room, first of all, from all kinds of industries and sectors. And what opportunities will there be for people to interact throughout the event?
So there are. First of all, let's talk about our workshops. All of our workshops are interactive. So not only will they be working together and talking about, well, what do you think about this? They'll have that interaction with the people who are leading the workshops and amongst their peers who are sitting at their tables. Then obviously we've got all of the things you would expect. There are comfort breaks, and there's a fabulous lunch. We should talk about the food in another episode because the food at Warwick is important. Excellent. Yes. And there's all of that opportunity in those sessions, over coffee, over tea in the afternoon, over lunchtime, to have further conversations about what was the workshop you just went to? What was it that keynote speaker said? What did I learn from the panel discussion? And what's your experience of that? Both with the peers on their tables, informally in the networking breaks, and also with the consultants, as I say, who are going to be hosting the tables. So there's a huge amount of opportunity to learn. And we found certainly last time people connect with each other, and after Goals Results was well over, indeed. I'm hearing, I've just been to that person that I met at the conference and one from them. So I'm expecting a lot of that to take place again.
Yeah, indeed. So we've got the workshops taking place in the breakout rooms. We've got the main hall with the networking and hosted tables. So that leaves the kind of the exhibition hall, I guess. So who have we got in the room there then, Suze?
So we've got BCN, who are one of our sponsors, and they'll be there exhibiting. You can talk to them. Obviously, they're huge experience in tech and AI. We use them for, they're our partner for Easy SPC. So great conversations to be had with them. We're talking a lot in the day. Of course, if you can't measure it, then how do you know how it's performing? And they are really going to be helpful in that space. The BQF are there as well, and the CQI, so industry bodies that support excellence, improvement, and quality.
Well, a lot of acronyms. We've got BQF, British Quality Foundation there, and CQI, the Chartered Quality Institute, just for those of you who are not familiar with those acronyms. So they'll both be there in the exhibition hall, as well as professional bodies. Great.
Yes, and then we've got our own team from PMI Capella who will be hosting an apprenticeship stand, and of course we now have the artificial intelligence and automation practitioner apprenticeship.
Yes, of course.
Lots of information to understand about that, so they're going to be on hand to talk to you about that if that's something you're interested in pursuing as well.
Okay, fantastic. So worth us saying at this point also, our sponsors have been absolutely critical to enabling this event to take place. So we've got Helios Towers, we've got BCN Group as a sponsor, CQI, Chartered Quality Institute, and OVO as well have all supported the event to make it what it's going to be. And boy, oh boy, on that note, Susan and I have continued watching the rehearsals in the past week since you saw us last Tuesday. Yeah, Suze, your reaction to the rehearsals we've seen so far?
Well, I mean, Rich, you and I did one yesterday, and if you're watching at the end of it, both Richard and I, we had our hands in the air. I mean, honest to goodness, it was so inspiring, so thought-provoking.
Yeah, it really was.
I loved the fact that they were really getting out there all the thinking that also is often going on. I don't know about you, but in my brain about that, is that really true? And does that really work? But actually they were naming it and saying it and then talking about this. So therefore, what can you do about it? And I thought that was fantastic. Combined with the interaction of the exercises to really kind of challenge your thinking. Yeah, I'm so excited by it all because it is breaking new ground around all of the challenges that we face across the board that we're all experiencing.
Absolutely.
Giving people some
on that note,
I was going to say, and very tangible takeaways. That is, one of the big keys for me.
Yeah, indeed. So hopefully what you're hearing from us, folks, is this is more than just sitting in presentations. This is the opportunity to network around the future of this profession. So do join us, 17th of March, University of Warwick. Last few tickets available, and over 200 improvement professionals going to be in the room. Links up there, links down there. If you would like to chat to us, do reach out to Suze or myself on LinkedIn, or you find all the details at pmi.co.uk. Thanks again. We'll be this time next week with our very final update with 1 week to go to Goals to Results.